What's up? What's up, y'all? This is Koski of Fun Day back at it once again, kicking it for you and for yours. Out here enjoying this wonderful, wonderful day. Enjoying for what it is. And gotta give credit to my ancestors, for showing me a lot of love and the knowledge, wisdom, and understanding and strengthening me. And also gotta thank you, the viewer, the lookership, or whatever you doing, for just taking the time to even look at the video. This right here talks about, this comes from Detroit News, and Detroit, the largest black city in America. And let's see what it says. Black home ownership plunges in Michigan. Now this came out in 2018, July 10th, so it's not that long ago. The percentage of African Americans who own their own homes dropped in the state of Michigan more than any other state, down to 40% to just over half in 2000, according to a report. Much of that decline is seen in Detroit, which until the early 2000s had some of the highest level of black home ownership in the country, said Mark Treston, a research associate with the Urban Institute, a Washington, D.C. based think tank, issued a report on Tuesday. The city and the region was a destination for people to build wealth and equity, Treston said. And the loss of that equity has really harmed the ability of the region's residents to build wealth for themselves and their families and to set themselves up for the future. In comparison, home ownership rates for whites statewide dropped from 79% in 2000 to 76% in 2016. The burgeoning auto industry made Detroit a destination for job-seeking blacks nearly a century ago, leading to wealth creation passed down through generations and home ownership rates rarely seen previously. But the manufacturing job loss from the Great Recession, followed by the foreclosure, was a major factor in bringing down Michigan numbers, Teston said. The fallout of the subprime lending hit Detroit, in which 40% of the state's black population resides, particularly hard. The city had one of the highest levels of subprime lending in the country, according to federal records analyzed by the news. New lending has been scarce, although improving. Last year, the city saw 994 mortgages, up from 736 in 2016, according to the Detroit Home Mortgage Program. Today, the city has flipped from the majority home owners to 54% renter, as in 2016 Census Bureau data. Within the state, Oakland County saw the biggest drop of home ownership among blacks, declined to nearly 12 percentage points to 41%, followed by Wayne County's 11 percentage points loss to 42%, and Macomb County's drop of 8 percentage points to 32%. Nationally, black home ownership is at 41%. The loss reflects a high cost of living in Detroit, says Kenneth Patterson Jr., Vice President of the Oakland Boulevard Community Association, who has seen neighbors struggle to keep their homes. High water costs, large property tax bills, and mostly car and home insurance policies can put some over the edge, he says. There has just seemed to be so many things anchoring us down, said Patterson, 34, who owns his family home of 70 years. People are getting desperate to get their slice of the American dream, he says, pointing to hundreds lined up outside City Hall for a free home who were duped on July 4th. There has to be a long-term solution, Patterson said. We are desensitized to what's happening. The decline has been greatest for middle-aged blacks in Michigan, ages 45 to 64. That group went from 60% home ownership in 2000 to 41% in 2016. The report recommends reforms to reduce tax foreclosures and legal protection for homeowners and land contracts and hope raising the numbers. Foreclosure is the most serious reason for the reduction of home ownership, and this issue focuses on the city's efforts to change the direction of the home ownership numbers. Arthur Jemison, the city's chief of services and infrastructure, wrote in an email, "Keeping Detroiters in their home in the city is our number one priority." This year, about 780 home-occupied homes are headed to foreclosure. 780. From a high of more than 6,000 of 6,400 in 2015, Jemison said. Most housing advocates urge modern-day redlining keeps blacks from owning homes. The analysts by Reveal from the Center of Investigation Reporting found that Detroit metropolitan area black applicants are almost twice likely to be denied a conventional home purchase loan as white applicants in 2016. Lisa Davis, a former bank executive who is now a consultant in Detroit, says education is part of the solution, starting in schools. The education systems are set up for people to get good jobs so they can be homeowners and start a family. Then it's important to teach them how to budget and maintain affordability as they acquire, grow, and invest, Davis says. Do not assume they get this education from home. And there you have it. Detroit, the largest black city in America, and black people can barely even afford homes in it. Part of it, too, is some of the people they had in charge. I would say that, too, and some of the policies. But then again, a city like Detroit, that's the largest black city and one of the most racist states in America. You know, they're never going to put him afloat like that. You know what I'm saying? He got to bag Lansing for the money and all that stuff like that. But as you see, the changes over, you know what I'm saying? And while they doing all that stuff in the urban part, they getting all the people out of there, out of the downtown area. You know what I'm saying? In certain areas where they going to boost back up again. And blacks can't even get business up in there. Because they trying to get businesses down there around that area, and they can't get business down there. You know what I'm saying? There's like Korean and Arab and Jewish, you know what I'm saying? So, we got to get our stuff together, man. We got to, focus up. Nobody want to talk economics. But we going to talk that up in here, though. You know what, feel me? So much love to you and yours for listening and watching, you know what I'm saying? And subscribe to the channel, show some love, hit the like button. Peace.